Hey everybody, I wanted to show you because I know everybody's getting out and traveling again, thank goodness. But we just got back from a big trip and thought it might be helpful for you guys to see what things I love to take with me when I travel to just make everything easier. So one thing is I have a bag for the plane and then I have the things that I put in my checked luggage. So I'll start with what I always have on the plane. And these things are always with me just around when I'm out and about too. So I have my little bag here that will fit easily under the seat in front of me. And so in here, I actually keep a little bag this makes it so easy to find everything. So there's just a little bag inside of that. So I have my hand lotion because the plane just really dries you out, right? So this is the Citrus Bliss hand lotion. I really like it. It's just a nice citrusy uplifting scent. And then I also have in here my lip balm. They have 3 different flavors of lip balm, but all these products are doTERRA products. But my favorite one is actually the original because it is peppermint and wild orange. So that is my favorite. They have 2 other ones, but this is what I always default back to. So I love it. And then I have my On Guard roller. So that planes are just full of all kinds of things. And the last thing you want is to get to your destination and end up getting sick, right? So I love supporting my immune system on the plane, and people are not offended by this smell because it just is a nice, kind of has like a fall scent to it. It has cinnamon and things in it, but it's a really good one. And then I always have a few of these Breathe throat drops. So these are so great, especially if you struggle with any kind of like seasonal allergies or anything like that. It's gonna help with anything related to the respiratory system. It'll be really supportive of that. So super great. Also great to pass to somebody on the plane if they are struggling with coughing or things like that and you wanna, help with that. Other things that I have on here, my Breathe roller. I actually love having that with me. Planes have a smell, the fuel and everything, the diesel fuel or whatever it is, the plane fuel, it just smells really bad and gives me a headache. So as soon as I get on that plane, I roll this under my nose, just kind of rub it in with my wrist, and then it just really helps with my respiratory system, but that smell is gone and I don't end up getting sick to my stomach from that smell of the plane. And then I also have a peppermint roller. So this one is actually, I put my own peppermint in here. You can buy one already made from doTERRA. But I just used the doTERRA peppermint and diluted it with some fractionated coconut oil. And I like putting this behind my ears, or, it's great if you have little ones and they're struggling with like crying because their ears won't pop. This is just really great for helping to open things up and relieve some of that pressure. So I love the peppermint roller for that. And then other things that I have in here, I have the MetaPower beadlets. So the MetaPower is the metabolic blend, and these little beadlets are awesome for any kind of cravings, evening out your blood sugar, things like that. So it's just a really easy way. Sometimes it's hard when you're on a plane and maybe you're not eating great food on the plane, or you are wanting to not eat some of the stuff that they are passing out on the plane. So this is just a really great way for me to support my metabolism. And then another thing I have in here always is the peppermint beadlets. So these are the super mint ones that were released this year. They're actually, instead of just one type of peppermint, I believe they have like 3 or 4 different types of peppermint inside here. So to help you even more, but you only need one. You can do more, but just one. You can either just swallow it or you can bite down on it. And I have been on planes before where I get nauseous a lot of times on takeoffs and landings. And there was one particular one, for some reason, flying into Phoenix, it's always bumpy before landing, and I get so nauseous on coming in. And I was on a row with 2 other women, and we were all struggling. And I went ahead and popped these in my mouth and bit down on it, got that nice burst of peppermint, drank a little of my water. I asked them if they wanted any. They're like, what is that for? And I told them, and they were blown away by how well it worked. And so I love these. These are really, really great. Okay, so those are with me all the time. I'll push that aside. Now, let's get into what I actually pack in my checked bag to make sure that we always have what we need when we get to our destination. So I have this little bag here, and in here I keep a Ziploc that has some of my favorite oils in here just in case they happen to leak, which typically they're okay, but make sure your bottles are capped tightly. Serenity essential oil. I love this blend because it is very wonderful for sleep. It's good for if you just need to like calm things down. And if you're traveling in a car, this is really great. If you've got kids fighting in the back seat, to get a little bit of this going. You can actually buy car diffusers, which are really great for plugging into your cigarette lighter in your car or USB, whatever you have in there. But it's as simple as even just putting a couple drops in your hands, rubbing them together, and just smelling it, or putting it on the shirt sleeve of a big crying baby. It's just, I love this. So I personally use this at night. Just, I'm in a new place, I want to sleep better, so I have that. Another thing I have is the Breathe oil. I showed you the roller earlier. This is actually the concentrated bottle of oil. And sometimes I have my diffuser with me. I have a little travel diffuser. It is great in a hotel room. It's just an awesome thing to have. Again, if you have like a car diffuser, anything like that, this is just a really great thing to have. And then another oil that I always have with me when we travel is the On Guard. So again, I showed you the roller earlier. You can't use the rollers in a diffuser. So I like having the concentrated oil with me to also be able to use that. And the other thing is that if I want to, I can just put this straight in my mouth. If I'm starting to struggle with my immune system a little bit and I can feel something, or maybe I was sitting next to somebody who was hacking on the plane and I just want to make sure my immune system is supported, I can actually take this internally, okay? So this is great. I'll use the roller too, but in addition to that, I want this in my body. So I will take like 1 or 2 drops under my tongue and then swallow a glass of water with that. And it's going to be really supportive. And then the other one I have in here, and you can see I kind of made this one myself. So this is Aroma Touch, which is a blend doTERRA carries. It has a whole bunch of different oils that are really good. It's also called the Massage Blend. So I love combining that, and I added a sticker on here, but to remind myself that I put lavender in here too, because I love the smell of Aroma Touch with lavender. So again, I love this one at night when I'm starting to go to sleep, and just, it's very calming. I love, if we've been out, a lot of times, like we just came back from Paris and I wore a backpack with I have a professional camera. I love photography, but that backpack is about 25 pounds when I get my camera in there, which alone is 10 pounds. And then anything else that I've got in that backpack, I'm carrying that around all day and my shoulders get really stiff and tired. So at night, I love to just take like 3 drops of this in my hands, rub my hands together and just rub that over my neck and shoulders. And it just helps to relax all the tension away. The smell helps me to sleep better too, because all these oils in here are really supportive of that also. So it's just very, very relaxing. Okay, so those are the concentrated oils that I have with me. And then other things that I have in this bag, I have our On Guard Plus soft gels. So one of my favorite products that doTERRA makes, hands down. This is so supportive. My kids, whenever they come home, I mean, they ask for these in their Christmas stockings. They love having these because they use them. They're away at school, they're in college, and my oldest is in medical school. And so they're all working really hard in school and cannot afford to be getting sick. So if they start to feel like their immune system is getting run down, these are gonna be super, super supportive of that. Again, it's the On Guard, but these have 3 other oils in them besides just the ones that are the combination that are in the On Guard oil itself. So they have black pepper, they have Melissa oil, and they also have, what is the last one? Black pepper, Melissa. There's one more and I'm forgetting it. But they are all really, really supportive of oregano. That's what it was. Oregano is in there too. So all those oils are going to be super supportive of your immune system. So we love this. Now, the way we use this, if we start to feel like we're actually starting to feel run down, my go-to is to take about 2 of these 3 times a day for 2 days. And then I knock it back to 1 3 times a day. That's if we are getting something. If I'm just trying to support myself because I've been around somebody who maybe was hacking on a plane or something like that, or even just during our trip, I did this on our Europe trip this last time. I would take 1 of these a day just as a supplement to help just keep that immune system working really, really well. Because I don't want to have our trip be ruined by me not feeling well. The other thing I have is a Breathe stick. So if you're familiar with like Vicks Vapor Rub, this is a natural product that is not going to be harmful to you. So Vicks is actually made with like a petroleum base, which we don't really want to use petroleum-based products, right? This is not. So, and I love everything about Breathe oil, and that's just this in a stick. So really helpful for your little ones too, because you can actually just rub this on their back, on their chest, bottoms of their feet, slip some socks on your little one, and it's just gonna support their respiratory system. So we love having that. And then of course we all have our On Guard, just our On Guard hand sanitizing mist. So this is really great. Again, the power of the On Guard, you'll see these popping up in a lot of different places. You can see I'm using this in a lot of different ways. But the On Guard product is just an amazing thing for supporting the immune system and combating a lot of things. Other things I have in here, I already showed you the Breathe oil, I think. So that's in there. Now, in my bag that I have for, did my husband just got home? Hi! The other things I have in my bag as far as just packed, this is in like my makeup, shampoo, all of this stuff. So the things that I have in that bag that I include are, again, I have another chapstick in there. I have that in a lot of different places throughout my house. So the shampoo and the conditioner, doTERRA has a really wonderful natural shampoo and conditioner that I actually love. My hair is super thick. If I don't use something really good on my hair, I'm gonna know about it. It'll be super tangled. It just won't, it'll feel heavy, it'll feel greasy. So I really love these products. I just put them into these containers, which you can get on Amazon, which do not spill. I've been using these for years. I love them. So I put shampoo and conditioner in there. And then I also have doTERRA's body wash, which is their citrus body wash, which I love. You guys, I love using the same products that I have at home. Even if we're at a hotel that provides some of these things, I don't use their products. I use the ones I bring from home because my skin is sensitive. I don't want to be itchy. I don't want to be having my skin break out. The smells are soothing because it's what I know. And I just want to use something that's non-toxic all the time. I know it's only for, the length of the trip, but I feel better when I'm using the same things that I use at home. So I just put them into these containers. This is the body wash that I love. And then for the face wash, I love the Virage line. doTERRA makes they have a few different skincare lines, and I will mix and match those. I love all of it, but I use different products here and there just across the lines. But their face wash, again, I put this into this container that I got on Amazon that's like, keeps all the air out and it doesn't leak. But this is the face wash that I love, and it's from the Virage skincare line. And then I also use their toner, the Virage toner. Again, this is not the bottle it came in. This is what I transfer it to for travel, okay? So bought this on Amazon, and I love having that. And then I also have, this is the bottle the Virage came in. So this is the moisturizer, and it's actually also in a small enough bottle that you could check this on with your luggage. You could put it in your carry-on luggage if you wanted to. It's a small enough bottle. So I love that. I also have their lotion. I'm in Phoenix, so it's super dry here, but I use lotion wherever I go. I love using the doTERRA unscented body lotion, and I will buy that in the triple pack because it's cheaper than just buying one bottle at a time. They offer it in a triple pack, and then I transfer it again for travel into this. It is unscented, so I can add what I need that day. So I can take some of these bottles, the concentrated bottles, like, this is the Aroma Touch plus lavender. If I'm wanting to put that more, on my neck, on my shoulders, maybe on my back, rub it into my feet, I can actually put it with the lotion, 2 or 3 drops, and it'll even cover a larger area. And then just has that moisturizing to it also. So I love the unscented body lotion. All right, other things I do take, they don't normally sell it in this small container, but I love the On Guard toothpaste. And so I was able to pick a few of they did this just as a promo, so I do have a few of these smaller ones that I will take with me traveling. When I run out, I'll just take the regular size bottle, but I do love the On Guard toothpaste. Again, it's another way to get that On Guard in my body, and then it's also does not have fluoride, so if your little ones happen to swallow it, it's not going to hurt them. With a regular bottle of toothpaste, if they swallow it, you're calling poison control. So this is something that we really, really love. And then the next thing that we actually always have is a Correct X. So this is what you would use in place of like your Neosporin, Polysporin. This is what we use for first aid. So it's got oils in it that are super, super helpful for supporting the skin. So your frankincense, helichrysum, all kinds of different oils in here. But it's very inexpensive. I believe this is like $12 or $14, and it takes a teeny, 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 tiny amount. So one bottle lasts you a really long time. This is what we would use with my youngest when he would lick his lips and get like that red all the way around his lips. Or if you've got diaper rash going on with someone, it's gonna look so much better the next day when we use this. And then the last thing that I wanted to share with you that I always have is my supplements. So I have these little supplement containers, one for evening, one for morning. But what's in here typically, and sometimes it changes up depending on what I am trying to do with my body at that point, but what is always in there is my Lifelong Vitality Pack. So that's basically 3 parts. It has a multivitamin in there. It has your omegas, which is, think, fish oil, so brain support and a lot of other things in the body. And then something called Alpha CRS Plus, which is full of anti-inflammatories and different oils that are going to support your whole body. So I love that package. That is something I take always. So I don't want to be without it when I'm traveling because I need that support, especially when I'm traveling. So that is everything. I hope that was helpful, and I will go ahead and save this. So if anybody wants to refer back to it later, they can. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Bye guys.